Well, Luke, your expensive microphone does not work anymore, and we just found this out. So how do you feel?
That's life. I'm with the wind. The flame, when the flame goes out, the flame doesn't cease to exist. The energy just, I forget how some Buddhist shit. I forget how it goes. But you know what I'm saying? I'm the flame. You don't see me no more. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? The heat is, it's the energy is there. You know what I'm saying?
Incredible.
Yeah. I don't know. Rest in peace. It was a good mic.
Yeah.
It was an expensive mic. And
what year did you buy it?
And Luke Moore may or may not have dropped it.
I may have ruined.
You sound like the CIA. I can neither confirm nor deny having dropped it.
Well, it did come at a good time.
You sound like the person at FBI. Remember the Ray Epps guy? He's like, did you at any point incite violence or whatever? And the FBI is like, I can't answer that question.
Of course not. Yeah.
Well,
bananas.
It came at a good time.
I know you're working for the CIA.
The mic not working anymore came at a good time.
Yeah, right before we did.
No, I think my voice is heard. I'm kind of. I can do. You don't have to worry about me, but because I mysteriously decided to discontinue the podcast.
What do you mean mysteriously?
Well, it's mysterious.
To who?
In that, here's the dots. You can connect the dots.
All right, give us the dots.
Your microphone stopped working. After we stopped doing the podcast.
Oh, it was divine.
Yeah.
It was fucking fate, dude.
Yeah.
Well, Luke, you can go ahead and introduce our guest for our
Wait. Wait. Are you saying that you knew the mic was broken and that's why you stopped doing the podcast?
No.
You told me to connect the dots, bro.
Okay, well, let me give you a dot here because you disconnected some shit. You're connecting dots wrongly.
Okay.
I discontinued the podcast for different reasons. We can get into those. And then Mark Noyer came back in town, and he's like, I want to do a podcast. I'm like, you know what? For you, Mark.
I don't like your Mark Noyer impression, bro.
Yeah.
I want to do a podcast. My name's Mark Noyer, and I want to do a podcast. I was like, all right, Mark.
Fuck me in my face.
So I unpacked all my podcast equipment. I plugged it all in, and somebody's mic doesn't work, and it's not mine. It's your mic.
Yeah, because I was handling it.
So here, let me connect some dots.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna add a dot here. Your microphone was always annoying.
It's my microphone's fault.
It is your microphone's fault. It was always annoying. It's the oldest of the microphones. This microphone came in of yours, and it.
It's also the highest quality.
Had a bad attitude. What can I say?
Well, I'm sure my microphone will apologize to you.
Well, introduce our guest.
Well, we have a guest here. It's no more appropriate guest to have on the final episode of Luke's of America podcast. He's a good friend, funny motherfucker, a bit of a degenerate, but who isn't? It's Mark Noyer. Everybody give it up for Mark Noyer.
It's me.
Elwood, give it up.
Let's go, Elwood.
Elwood doesn't give a fuck.
He is asleep. Elwood's tie.
Luke Moore, give it up for Mark Noyer.
No, I'm blessed to
be
here. Thank you.
Here for the second time.
Yeah.
Now, you were on a previous episode of Luke's of America, the podcast.
Yeah, but I fucked it all up.
But it had to be deleted due to some...
graphic nature.
Look, we're not going to connect all the dots here, but we'll let me just put some dots on
it. You and your dots.
Fucking polka dots.
Fucking dipping dots over here.
Last time the three of us got together and we podcasted, Mark said some things about a person.
Someone.
And then later told the
Raps.
person to listen to the episode. You know what? Actually, Mark didn't even say much about the person. I said stuff about this person.
Well, it was
Mark also dropped my microphone.
Yeah, right. And actually, I shoved it in my ass, and that's why you're having that echo on it now. It's a hollow ass. So, what had happened was, I said some shit, and they weren't thrilled. I fucked up. But I was projecting. It's all it was. I was projecting my own problems, my cocaine addiction, and what I was dealing with, and trying to make it into a joke about somebody else, and they didn't like it. So.
Well, it sounds like you're maturing and you're growing, and you know what I'm saying.
Hey.
That's good.
Well,
I was
clean now.
Well, yeah. Last time I was here, I was sitting here fidgeting with an empty bag of blow in my pocket the entire episode, just waiting to find out where I was going to do more blow and where it was going to happen.
Well, I don't condone that, but it's good to have you back.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
And by have you back, I don't mean back on the pod. I mean back as in like the true Mark.
Well, thank you.
Not fidgeting.
Right.
I can see both your hands right now. You're good.
No, I feel good. I'm rocking back and forth because I'm.
Well, you're in a rocking chair.
Yeah, I'm in a rocking chair.
I for one miss the coked out Mark.
Yeah.
Right now.
No, I mean, fuck, dude. I a lot of people don't know that I didn't start doing blow until last year. I had never done blow until last year.
Look at your glasses, man. You're wearing
Yeah.
You might want to change if you're trying to live a clean life. You might want to get some different.
Get different glasses.
No, I mean I'm slinging dick in these glasses, so you know what I mean.
Those are dick slinging glasses.
That's exactly
They're
what it
not
is.
Coke snorting glasses.
I wouldn't know.
If I would have had these while I was snorting blow, I would have lost them the same night that I got them. I could tell you that right now. I would have just misplaced them.
You would have sold them.
Yeah, for more blow,
Those
and
are,
it would have worked.
those seem like Coke head glasses here in
Totally.
the Bay Area, but where you're living now, you're kind of more in just like the desert.
Yeah, this is what pedophiles wear.
Really?
Well, your words, not mine.
Yeah, I mean, or Jeffrey Dahmer, which I don't think when you eat people, is that worse or than fucking?
Well, you eat people
Right.
sexually.
What's worse?
Ba-dum-psh.
Cannibalism or pedophilia?
Right. That's my
Let's
question.
debate.
Yeah.
Well, one of them is a victimless crime.
Which one?
That's up for you to decide.
I think there's a victim in both.
I think pedophilia is worse because at least
yeah.
if you're eating somebody, then you can make a nice stew out of them. You
Yeah.
you can remember them.
I mean, you got to eat. You're hungry.
You gotta eat. So something's got to give.
Maybe-
if there's no food.
It's either maybe you're on a deserted island, and it's either you or him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Or it's both of you and you both just
so
die.
it's survival.
Right.
And
then you get into it like after he's dead and you've cut up part of his body. Do you fuck him? Or do you because then we're getting into what is that? That's
Necrophilia.
I knew you would know necrophilia. You're able to you got a whole lot. You get the 2-for-1 special, and then if it's a kid in general, so it's a dead kid that you're fucking, and then you're gonna eat it.
I mean, is necrophilia immoral?
Yeah.
I mean, it's gross.
I mean, it makes me come, but it's not.
Who says that's immoral?
I think it's in the Old Testament.
Old
Okay,
Testament,
well,
okay.
yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Set in stone.
Right. And then they threw those stones at whores.
You know how sometimes people like are pronounced dead and then
Sorry, you sound like too quiet or something. Turn you up a little bit.
I'm too loud, I'm too quiet.
I was just looking at your.
The look you gave him, because it looked. Oh my God! God bless you. So good. Look at you too.
So sometimes,
Yeah.
Is
there
that
you go.
good?
Yeah. Scream.
sometimes people are pronounced dead, right?
Yeah.
And then like an hour or two goes by and then turns out they're not. They're in a coma or there was some misdiagnosis.
Yeah. That'd be
you get diagnosed with death?
I think so.
Listen, have a seat.
Yeah. Got some bad news.
But hold on.
Yeah.
If that happened to me and somebody fucked me while I was presumed to be dead, but not actually dead, and I woke up and found out,
You'd be fucked.
I'd be pissed.
Oh.
I would be fucked, yes,
Yeah.
but I'd also be mad about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So yeah, it's for that reason it's immoral.
Right.
Or like if I'm in heaven and
But if you're actually dead, then it's not immoral. You're fucking a carcass.
no. If I in the afterlife found out if I'm hovering over my body, and I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
you know.
I saw this movie. It was
I'd be
about,
pissed, dude.
No, of course.
Necrophilia, immoral. We figured it out.
Yeah, I saw this movie about a chick who was like pronounced dead or whatever, and they're like doing the autopsy, and she's like not dead, and she has like this curse on her. She's been like, this has been a recurring thing that for years and years and years, where she dies, and then the autopsy happens, and then like they like find out that she's not dead, so then they start like, you know, people have done like crazy things to her, like fuck her and light her on fire, fucking tattoo the inside of her skin, like just crazy, like torture her pretty much.
I think I've heard of this movie. It's that Pixar movie.
Yeah, it's Toy Story 4.
Moana.
I was thinking
Right.
the what's the Day of the Dead movie?
Oh, Nino. No, it's
Day of the Dead.
Finding Nina.
no, yeah.
Finding out Nina is not actually dead.
Yeah.
Dude, what if some doctor's like, I now pronounce you deed, and then someone corrects him like, it's pronounced dead, and then I don't know. That's not a great joke. I thought of it.
You went for it.
I tried.
Hey.
It was kind of like
It was really pretty terrible.
that was a Ernest Evangelista
Yeah.
brain damage type joke. That was mean. Hey, I came up with a nickname for him. Ernest Assisted Living Stuff.
Jesus Christ.
But you know,
And
He's- so I heard that like
he'll still beat your ass though.
Yeah.
way back in the kung fu.
Yeah, he'll limp you down.
I heard like back in the day, they would like bury people who were still alive, kind of somewhat frequently on accident.
Yeah.
And so they would give them a little string to pull that would ring a bell if they're in the coffin. If you ever find yourself in the coffin and you wake up, there's a string that you can pull, and the undertaker will mosey on over there and dig you back up.
Is that right?
That's history, bro.
Yeah, there was a guy who was so afraid that he'd be buried alive that he had his casket custom made, so where it would have like a little window, so that you could see up to the surface.
So you can look at their face from above ground.
Right, and that's what ends up happening. But he was so afraid of being buried alive that's why he did that, so that if he was alive, you know, in that circumstance, he was able to, you know, I think he had like a candle. He like was buried with certain survival tactics if he wasn't actually dead.
You need a candle if you're buried alive.
I'm assuming he didn't get shot in the face.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Just like look down and there's like a hole. In
Right.
the face.
Right.
You know, nowadays all you need if you get buried
you know he's gonna wake up.
if you get buried alive nowadays, all you need is like a
Cell phone.
Wii U
Yeah.
or something.
Right. Yeah. The Wii, man, that with the Wii Mote, I mean, you can't give, you know, teenagers things that look like that and expect them not to put it inside of them. You know, have you ever see the Wii Mote?
The Wii remote. The
Yeah.
remote
Yeah,
is
the
a
old
Wii
school.
Mote?
Yeah, it's called the Wii Mote, the original one.
Oh, it's
You can
going
shove
up
it in your
people's
ass.
asses.
Well, it went up my ass.
Well, God bless you.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
And thank God, you know.
In your ass.
Right. Someone's got to bless this ass because it's fucking. These Zen pouches I've been doing, the nicotine pouches, I've been throwing fucking fire out of my chocolate starfish. I'll tell you right now.
So
it's been bad.
you is chocolate starfish a Nintendo thing?
No, that's an asshole.
That'd be
That's
okay.
That's a Limp
that'd be a
Biscuit.
reference to the anus.
Yeah, that's a Limp Biscuit reference. Actually.
I thought it was like one of Mario's friends,
Yeah.
the brown starfish.
Yeah, the 2022. He's got a black friend now.
He comes from the ocean. He's ethnic. He uses ebonics. He's a sea creature, and he drives go-karts.
Patrick's cousin.
Right. Now we're just we're cross universing right now.
Dude, we're just riffing.
Yeah.
This is next level riffing. You know, this podcast kind of came.
Feeling, baby.
This podcast came back from the dead in a way right now.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah. It's an honor, dude.
So where are you
stoked.
living right now? You don't have to say, but it's like shit in California.
Yeah, shit in California. No, I live in the middle of the desert.
So you grew up in Ripon,
Yeah.
and now you're in shitting.
Yeah. Now I'm in shitting. I'm just in a world of shit.
You're gripping and shitting. And there's one street where you live now.
Yeah, there's like one main road, and then there's like little side roads that go just off into the desert that like people have like land.
Yeah.
So my best friend owns a property out there.
Some county roads.
Right. Straight up. And some of the roads aren't even maintained by it's San Bernardino's the county. They don't even maintain most of those roads.
What's the street? Is it called Main Street?
It's called The name of the street that I live on is the name of the town. It's like the same name. Like let's
Shitten.
say, yeah, it's Shitten Road.
Shitten Boulevard.
Yeah, Shitten Boulevard, dude. Yeah,
And that's Shiton.
that's right. There's like Ripon is RIPON. That's right.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Straight up. To the dead homies.
Um,
Yeah.
so what's on the road? What's on Shitten Boulevard?
So they got one grocery store, they got one bar, they got 2 gas stations kitty corner to each other.
What's the bar called?
Oh, it's called JT's Thunderbirds or something. It's like
Some fucking JT Thunderbird.
yeah, it's like the most.
They tried to come up with the coolest sounding name.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to name this bar JT Thunderbirds Volcano Thunderdome
Yeah.
Mel Gibson's Incorporated.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. And it's just a bar full of racist white people. And I found that out like the first day that I walked in, because I'm sitting there, I'm drinking. It's like 10 in the morning, right? I just moved out there. It's 10 in the morning. I go over there. I'm trying to get a haircut on a Sunday, but the barber's closed on a Sunday, but the bar isn't. So I went to the fucking bar.
And you're like, can I get a haircut?
Yeah, right. And I say, let me get myself a haircut. They say, we don't do haircuts at this with the establishment. So I got myself a double shot of well whiskey. And I'm sitting there, and the bartender, kind of older white lady, yells at the guy at the other side of the bar, you fucking, and dropped the hard ER word on him. Because that's like the worst thing you could call a racist white person. If you ever call a racist white person the N word, they're pissed. Because that's their favorite insult.
Oh, yeah, they don't like that.
Fuck no. No, they don't.
Well, it's racist.
Yeah, it is. It's fucked up. It's a fucked up word. So,
The last thing they want to be is compared to somebody
right, that they don't, right.
black.
Right. So that's, that was the first day, and then I got done with there about 11 o'clock, and then, and right across
Look at this guy looking like Denzel Washington. What'd you call me?
Yeah. And Denzel's a good-looking individual, you know what I mean?
No, he ain't.
Yeah. Not around here, he isn't. And then right after I got out of the fucking bar, I drunkenly go across the street to the T-Mobile. They got a T-Mobile out there, and I wanted her to like pretty much like tell me that I didn't have to pay my bill, which is not how bills work. You know what I mean? Like I was like, what can you do for me on this bill? And she was like, nothing. And I was
Would
like,
you have 100?
yeah, it was $100 bill, and I couldn't afford it. And I was because I just wasted all my money at the bar. So she couldn't help me. And as I'm walking out, I hold the door open for the like 3 groups of people that came in, and I turn back at her. I'm like, "Is that enough work to lower my bill, you fucking bitch?" And I walked out, dude. And that's the last time I've been to that T-Mobile. Yeah.
Well,
so that's what's going on in Shitten.
Hopefully they open up another.
T-Mobile and Shitten?
Yeah, they got one T-Mobile, and they got the Metro.
Well, that's where you have to go now.
Right.
You're reduced to the Metro.
Yeah, I'm on the Getro. I'm on the Getro device.
The Shitten Metro.
Yeah, other than that, they got a Chinese restaurant that's actually a Chinese, Japanese, Taiwanese spot. It's like make up your mind. You know what I mean? Like, be good at one style.
I think out there they just put all the Asian food is in one restaurant.
And surprisingly, like it's pretty much just dirty white trash humans out there, and then for some reason a lot of Asians. Like they got Asian signs and shit. Like you know what I mean? Like you're going through Chinatown. Like it's got a lot of fucking Asian writing and Asian people. I don't ever see them, but I know they're there.
Well, country white people, they have a lot of dogs and shit, so.
Yeah.
They're like, we go down there, we open a restaurant.
Yeah, man. And it's not even good food. It's not at all. I mean, they got a pizza factory.
Well, dog is not good.
Well, have you ever tried it?
Fair point. I have not.
Yeah, so
but
shut
I would
the fuck
imagine.
up, you racist motherfucker.
Well.
Dude, like, I mean, Chinese people literally named their dogs Chow.
Yeah, right.
So it's,
right.
It's pretty tasty. I'm sure.
Literally. Do you remember when it was
Scrumptious? Come here.
You remember when it was considered racist to say that it was, and now it's racist again to say this, but it was racist to say that the Wuhan shit, that this fucking virus started in a lab, and it was more socially acceptable to say that it was because of their fucking wet markets.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Isn't that crazy? It was more socially acceptable to say you dirty fucking Asians are over there eating fucking dogs and bats and cats.
Yeah, we find that plausible.
Right. Well, not only that, Is it plausible? It does happen,
Yeah.
but to sit here and blame the virus on that was considered socially, okay. But to say that it was made in a virus, and then it became, no, you can't say it was made in a wet market because that's racist, because it is. Oh, not I wouldn't go as far as to say racist, but it's a little fucking rude.
Stereotypical.
It's stereotypical and rude.
It's reducing them to like, oh yeah, you do that fucking weird thing where you make money at a market and you chop a head off here
Right.
and there. You put the butcher shop in the cash register area.
Yeah. And they take a monkey's skull, they cut the skull, they leave it alive and awake and coherent, and they eat the fucking brain. And isn't that crazy? Yeah, maybe they do
crazy.
that. Maybe they do that in Africa, but I heard it was in China. I don't know where the fuck they do these kinds of crazy fucking things.
Well, and it's not. We're saying like, okay, y'all be eating the dogs, but we're not saying you're fucking the dogs.
Right, that's what we do.
That's what. Well, that's what I was taught.
That's what I do. I
how
don't know.
AIDS happened.
The way I was with monkeys. That's what they said.
They might be out there fucking them and then eating them, or eating them and then fucking them, or doing it at the same time.
And we are
or
full
something.
circle to where we started with this podcast.
just
Call back, baby.
Let's just keep going. This is the best podcast ever. Where we have like a lot of like good-hearted jokes here.
Yeah. No, this is already beautiful as fuck.
It's beautiful. We're back from the dead, and we're doing some good podcasting. I think we can all agree.
Zombie.
Yeah.
This is the zombie episode.
Speaking of Asian food, what I can't stand is white people that go to Panda Express. Can't stand this. You go to Panda Express and they get fucking chopsticks.
Never been to Panda Express.
You've never been there?
No.
I go there. Yeah, it's terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
It's
cheap.
it's like Chinese McDonald's.
Exactly. And what really grinds my gears is when you go there, it's like these white people, they think that they're so fucking cultured because they get the fucking chopsticks. It's bananas. It's bananas. It fucking drives me up a wall. I just had to get that off my chest.
I mean, come on, chopsticks. I mean,
If you're gonna get chopsticks, I understand you want to get sushi, you want to get the chopsticks. You go to a nice Chinese restaurant, you want to get the chopsticks. Okay, you're at fucking Panda Express. How are you gonna use chopsticks while you're driving?
you ever put a chopstick up your ass?
No, that's too small.
Or that's what you start with, right?
My ass is
No.
too small.
Oh,
for a
okay.
chopstick.
No,
I have a
not this hole.
I have a tiny hole. My butthole is basically a pee hole because I'm fucking
You got a
pure.
urethra for an asshole?
I'm very pure in the butt.
You
hey,
never put nothing in your butt?
Hootie. No, other people do.
Yeah, there you
Dude,
go.
I'm exit only, bro.
Just using that hole for shitting.
No, I want my hemorrhoids to heal over, and then I'll get back in the game.
Yeah.
But I want to ask a question. I'm going to look it up. What's the ethnicity of the person who named Panda Express Panda Express?
They're Jewish.
No, it was two Chinese fucks.
His name's
older-
Saul.
Yeah, Saul Goodman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morty Rubenstein.
Oh, a Reuben sandwich sounds good. I'm so excited for these subs. We're gonna get sandwiches after this podcast. We're gonna get one big sandwich. We're gonna split it.
Hell yeah.
You go to the Safeway. They do the pre-made big fucking huge fucking the whole French bread.
Ooh.
I didn't even realize how many calories. That's like 1,700 calories, and I used to eat the whole thing at one go.
Ooh.
Like just without even thinking about it, with a thing of chips and some fucking something to drink.
Panda Express is an American fast food restaurant chain that serves American Chinese cuisine. With over 2,200 locations, it is the largest Asian segment restaurant chain in the United States, where it was founded and is mainly located in North America and Asia, in addition to other countries and territories. Panda Express restaurants were traditionally located in shopping mall food courts, but the chain now operates units in many other environments and formats, including standalone restaurants, as well as universities, casinos, very Asian, airports, military bases, amusement parks,
Military bases, very Asian.
and other venues. Who's
Yeah.
the founders? Andrew Chung and Peggy Chung.
Yeah, it's an Asian couple.
I don't know. He looks not
see
like
him.
Asian. He kind of looks like
Well, why? Watch. Look at it. He got the little dialect underneath. That's an Asian guy.
He got that American smile.
Yeah, well, he's got that American money smile. You know what I mean? He made
Look at
money.
that fucking tie, dude. That's
He
a
made
fucking-
money. And isn't that a slap in the face? They got Panda Express in Asia. I would be pissed if you know what I mean? Like,
Dude, he went to University of Missouri.
he went to Mizzou. He thought Mizzou was like a Chinese.
yeah, he did. Hey, did you saw? See, speaking of Missouri, you saw Tech Nine did the halftime show
At the Kansas City
for
Chiefs
Kansas City
game.
Chiefs. Man, dude, and man, they fucked up. They had no mic on the audience. So it just sounds like nobody's into it.
Yeah.
But then they like turn to the audience and they're like freaking the fuck out. They all got Tech 9 shit on. Like he's big out there because that's where he's from.
Yeah.
You got the Red Kingdom song. He's got all these songs for Kansas City, and it was so dope.
Dude, you know how you pronounce Tech 9 is like, it's kind of Chinese sounding. You're supposed to pronounce it like Tech 9.
Yeah, right.
That's kind of how he says it.
Right.
Now, I always thought it'd be funny if you pronounce Ted Cruz like that. Like you said, Ted Cruz. And I think Tech 9 could run for Congress in
And he would win.
Kansas City.
And he'd
area.
win. Look at we had Trump. We had the governor here. We had fucking Arnold, and then you got Trump, and then Jesse the Body Ventura,
Crazy.
was a governor. We had the celebrities
In
are always
Minnesota.
Minnesota, right? Minnesota as fuck. That fool is like lives and breathes it.
Minnesota.
Yeah. Don't you know?
Want to see my Jesse the Body Ventura impression?
Yes.
That's it. You never seen him fucking?
He rocks
Yeah.
He does that.
Did you watch the Theo Vaughn podcast he was
Yeah.
on where he just like totally talked
Yeah.
the entire time and didn't let Theo say
Yeah, so
anything?
it's like, and then
And he's having some kind of fucking Bell's palsy scenario. What is that? Where you fucking the Parkinson's? That's what it looks like he has. He just can't stop moving.
no, I think he's just
Old.
weird.
Old and all those steroids he was doing. Bless his soul.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, speaking of Ventura, I got roasted by some black people at a park the other day.
Okay.
Which I just painting a picture. They're black people, so you know it was a good
They're giving
joke.
it to you. Yeah.
You weren't the only thing they were roasting.
And by the way, you just said, it was a black dude, so you know it was a good dick. That's what you had said, and I heard you.
So
But it's okay.
I got my crazy hair and I had it up in like a bun, so it was like sitting on top of my head. I had this crazy big poofy hair,
Yeah.
and he said, "Hey," he's like talking to his people, his crew.
Uh-huh.
He said, "Hey, y'all ever heard of Ace Ventura, Pet Detective?" I thought that was pretty funny.
That is funny.
I mean,
he was talking about you.
he's talking about me, and I mean, that's like the only person black people ever say I look like is Jim Carrey. That's like their only celebrity lookalike for me.
He's in
It's
my
always,
top 5.
It's always been like that.
That's the only white person a lot of them know because he's on in Living Color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's their only white person reference.
Yeah.
Well, and it is. I prefer being called Jim Carrey over
Jim Crow.
my usual lookalikes. I get called like who we say earlier, Dahmer. They say I always look like Dahmer or Ted.
You know, I mean,
Teds.
maybe if you're wearing these glasses, possibly, but your hair is too luscious.
Black
It
people
really
only
is.
know 3 white people. They know Jim Carrey, Michael Rappaport,
Uh-huh.
and Donald Trump.
Right.
That's the
Right.
only 3 white people.
They know Jim Carrey, Jim Fallon, and Jim Crow.
And
And they know
Jim.
Luke.
they know about gyms. They go to
Yeah.
the gym.
It's like a Slim Jim, you know what I mean?
And they know me, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? It's funny. It's funny. I just did a show. A private event in LA, in Hollywood, and next door to the house, it was like a house party, right? And next door was the director, the writer, the producer, something. One of those guys that was real big on Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. He like owned the house right next
Oh,
door.
yeah?
Yeah. I didn't meet him or nothing, but he was there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bob Odenkirk.
You're all Hollywood and shit now,
That's
huh?
what people are
Look
saying.
at the glasses, this
yeah,
guy.
so people are saying, I'm still from the streets. What about Bob Odenkirk?
From the dirt roads.
Yeah.
Directed one of the Pet Detectives.
If Bob Odenkirk was the guy that lived next door and I just now found out, I'd be
Pet
very
director.
mad. Pet director. Yeah. And Odenkirk, you see the stand-up?
No,
He was pretty good. Did you ever watch Howie Mandel's stand-up?
no.
Yo, that's hands
Howie.
down some of the best.
Howie's pretty good.
He was fucking hilarious.
It's
dude.
funny how we're all Howie Mandel now.
Yeah.
We're all fucking
Right.
germaphobes and
Yeah.
shit. Dude, I was at the AT&T store paying my phone bill the other day in cash because, and the girl was like, "What's your phone number?" And I pulled my mask away a little bit to like speak, and she was like, "You don't have to take your mask off. I can hear you." I'm like, oh, "Okay." And so I'm like, "Yeah, my number 510 blah blah." And she goes, "What?" I'm like, "Bitch."
That'll show her.
Yeah, dude. It's funny that taking off your mask is almost a federal crime now. If you're in an Uber or whatever, you cough. If you fucking have the sniffles, they'll
That's
fucking
crazy.
throw you in jail.
People walking around with fucking 2 masks on and shit. I was offer mine. You want another one?
Yeah.
Hey, shout out. This happened a year plus ago in the heat of the pandemic. I found myself like a little bit, I had been drinking a ton, and I caught a Uber home, and he picked me up, and I didn't wear a mask the whole time. This story is like the most. I'm leaving out the worst detail. So, I was walking home from Mutiny Radio, and I missed a Muni. I missed the bus a couple times, and I was walking, and I walked all the way from like Mutiny Radio, which is kind of like in the southern part of the Mission District. Yeah. I walked all the way through the Mission, and I got into Soma. And the problem with Soma is I'm confused.
Right.
The Soma is like, it just all the streets are like just rotate. Like,
yeah, that's South Market.
Yeah. It just like, it rotates. I heard like white people call it Soma, and like.
Yeah, white people call it Soma.
Yeah, I call it the trap.
Yeah, it's just like a rotate. It's like a temple in Zelda. It's just very confusing. Soma's very confusing to navigate, especially if you're like stumbling drunk. When I was.
Yeah.
And at one point,
It's a good place to be stumbling drunk. You're in good company.
Yeah.
and I felt like sick to my stomach, kind of, and there's no one around me, and I dropped my pants, and I christened myself as a San Franciscan.
Oh, you shat in the
I pooped on the sidewalk.
City shit.
Again, you're in good company.
Yeah.
I think
You're not out of place at all. Like, no one's even gonna look twice. If anything, they'll give you more privacy.
my memory was no one was around me, but there may have been people around. And I kept walking,
Hands you some roll of toilet paper.
Yeah.
and
A little breath mint.
I walked a few more blocks just to get away from my poo, and then I kind of like collapsed. Like, it was pretty bad.
It really took it out of
It
you,
was
huh?
a bad scene, dude. I was like stumbling. I collapsed, and I took a nap on the sidewalk. And some like kind of young lady, like my age, like around my age. I mean, I seemed probably like an old man or something, But she's like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I started getting up, like, "Oh yeah, I'm okay. And she's like, "Ah!" Like, because she thought I was like approaching her or something. And then I called an Uber, maskless. And I got in the Uber, fell asleep in the Uber.
Yeah, you got doo-doo on your butt. The whole deal, dude.
Yeah, there's no TP on the.
No, you got poo butt.
Not even a leaf in the concrete jungle.
Oh, my God.
And he took me home. He took my ass home, woke me up. I was not wearing a mask, and I got home.
Literally.
And
So watch that.
he could have thrown me in jail for not wearing a mask. But that's my story of my low point in San Francisco.
Right. Man, dude. Oh, my God. I've taken a couple city shits before. Absolutely.
I've never taken a shit on the sidewalk, but I'm trying to think of the worst place I've taken a shit.
I took a shit on John Daly Boulevard one time. I was
Daly City?
Yeah, I took a really fat dab. It was my girlfriend and her friend's apartment. Took a real big dab, and I started coughing. I couldn't get control of the cough, so I go to the bathroom, cough, and then I throw up. I start yakking, and then I realized I'd yacked everywhere, and it was on. And I wasn't even worried about all that. I had a little dot of fucking throw up on my beanie, and I was like, dude, I can't go out there with the throw up on my beanie. You know what I mean? I got throw up on my
the whole bathroom.
Yeah, but I'm worried about my beanie.
Beanie,
Yeah.
no!
And I'm all torn up at the beanie, and I say, fuck it, dude. I come out there, I say, hey, babe, we gotta go. And so we leave, and I'm just fucking high. You know when you're high, and it's like that, you have that alarm in the back of your head, like, womp, 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 like, evacuate immediately. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta go. Get gone. Wherever you're at, must start moving. And that's how I felt. And I'm sitting in my girlfriend's car. I'm in the driver's seat, and that was never where it wasn't gonna. I was not driving. I was just sitting there trying to come down. And I was like, oh, you know what? I got a fart. That'll make me feel better. I got a fart. I don't tell her that, obviously. I play it off. I'm like, I gotta go out. Let me get out some fresh air. I go out, and then I realize I don't have to fart. I have to shit, and I gotta shit right now, and I gotta go right now. And so I start taking off my pants. And
John Daly Boulevard.
On John Daly Boulevard, dude, which is not just like a residential area. It's pretty fucking busy. It's like a main road, and thankfully there was like a van parked. So I take off my pants in the middle of the road, and then I had my gym shorts on, and that's down around my ankles. I'm squatting, but I'm at an incline. And I realize, the saying, shit rolls downhill. And it does. And I'm sitting on a hill, but my feet are behind me, and it's like, it's going to hit me. So I fucking, I have to resituate myself. I
180 spin.
Right. I did like a 360 no scope, and I used my gym shorts as toilet paper, and I wipe my ass with it. I throw them in the tree line, and then right as they're in the air, I realize it says Noyer on my fucking my gym shorts, but from high school.
TP.
On my TP, it says Noyer. So now I'm leaving evidence with my name at the scene of the crime, and I'm just so high. Everything it matters. Everything in the moment matters. I'm like, they're gonna triangulate my my phone service to me being here. They got me on camera. I'm sure. Now they got my name.
Sweatpants and evidence.
Right. They got my evidence. They got it all. I'm going to jail, and everything was fine.
Awesome.
Sorry, that was my city shit story.
I shit myself one time at work.
Yeah, dude.
I just got back from Peru and we were drinking mountain water out there, and fucking, I had the fucking, my shit was just liquid, and I was at work and I had some gas and I tried to fart and just released my bowels in my pants.
Yeah, right in your pants.
And I had a delivery. I was waiting for it. I was delivering pizza at the time, and I had a delivery, and I was like, this is going to have to wait. And just shed, and just immediately, all right, gotta take a shit. I was in the bathroom fucking, like, take all my clothes off and shit. Like, cleaning my shit. It was a good time.
Yeah, dude. When I was working at the Crazy Horse, I
still got tipped, motherfucker.
Of course. They got to take care of you when you do the pizza delivery.
And I told him, too. I was like, listen, I shit my pants. And I still brought you your fucking food.
Yeah.
I didn't tell them.
No. Yeah, how could you say that to somebody before you give them food?
I was just like, they were like, thank you. I was like, you're welcome, motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
They tip you in TP.
Yeah. When I was working at the Crazy Horse, I was snorting blow every fucking second I was alive and drinking.
Woo!
You know what I mean? Just getting high and fucking drunk every day. And that does something to your bowels, And I'm like, I'm just at the club, it's a strip club. So I'm there, you know what I mean? There's all these chicks around and everybody's around. There's a lot of people, kind of a tight-knit thing. And, all the customers. And I'm in the DJ booth and I just shit my fucking pants. Just something disgusting. Just out of my asshole. And, yeah, dude. And I don't wear underwear hardly ever. So I had to leave. I had to not be there that day. Yeah, it was a brutal thing.
It was a brutal strip club without a DJ. That's brutal.
Yeah, it's hard. It's they managed. The manager there, but at the time he was a
acapella
killer.
dancing.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's a song and dance. You gotta dance while you sing a song. Yeah.
Somebody's in the crowd beatboxing.
Right. You got Detox Detox over there rapping in the corner. Yeah, bless his soul. Yeah, that was not the first time I shit my pants at that job either. When I was popping Adderall every day, and I was drinking even heavier. I was hanging out with Capital Pilcrow. We're walking down Market.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's thinking about doing comedy again.
I'll let somebody know about that.
Yeah, we'll see how Jeff feels about it. No, I hope he does come back. He's
book him on a show with Jeff.
Book him on this show with Jeff. That would be a fucking conversation right there.
Yeah, set up like ropes around them.
Right.
Okay,
right.
So just for some backstory for the guests, there's a famous video on World Star Hip Hop where
viral.
Where these two Bay Area comedians somehow had some sort of disagreement, and there was a punch thrown and a few punches thrown, and
while Capital was on stage, and I guess he said something Jeff didn't like, and he ran up on him on stage.
Yeah, he was making a joke about the name Jeff. Who names their kid Jeff with the G off, the GE or the GEO?
One of the Jeffs that was in the audience leapt up and took it personally. Yeah. And was like, "Who names their kid Capital?" But
that's not what he said, but that would have been funny. See, that's where the funny would have came in.
Shout out Matty Q, by the way.
Oh yeah, big Matty Q on the block.
They both quit doing comedy after that fateful day.
Right. Now they're both strung out on heroin.
The funniest thing in that That is
not.
all on video. But the funniest thing about that video is Duwat.
Just immediately leaving.
No, Duwat's like in the audience just watching it, and when the punches start getting thrown, you know, the room becomes a whirlwind. You know,
Yeah.
women are screaming. You know, people are
Yeah.
running away.
Babies are crying.
Matt Quirk leaps up and it's like wrestles this guy to the ground.
Right.
It's like Pam's like freaking out, and everyone's trying to pull Jeff out, and the whole time Duwat is just like sitting, like not flinching, just like watching the whole thing like it's part of his set or something. Duwat does not move. He kind of turns his head at one point,
Yeah.
and like
I just saw Duwat before I moved. So 3 months ago, I moved. And right before then, Duwat came to visit. And he got fucking wasted at Gestalt.
I've never seen Duwat get wasted.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
yeah.
I used to get wasted with Dwight.
Yeah. He was drunk, man. Drunk. Having a good time. But he had such a good time, he had forgotten where he parked his car. In the mission. So he's like, oh man, I don't know. I don't know where to find it. I don't know where it's at. And he's like, can you help me? I'm like, no, I can't fucking help you. I don't even know where I am right now. Yeah, I was fucked up too. I was all gagged out, fucking, looking for a half-smoked cigarette on the ground, looking for something. And, you want me to find your fucking car, dog. I need to find a purpose in life. So, yeah, man. Oh, well, shout out to Duwat, man. God bless him. He's in L.A., big pimping.
He's in like Orange County.
Yeah,
with his
it's
parents.
fucking white girls.
Oh yeah, he's sober, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. I think that's what it is. He comes out here to, have a good time, and then it's all business down there, I
Yeah,
would imagine.
I saw him at a milk bar. I think he was like not trying to get fucked up or something.
Yeah,
Oh, loser.
aren't we all?
Dude, yeah, I mean, San Francisco just has this crazy energy to it. It's like if you can get infected with the spirit of San Francisco, whether
That's
you're
called
trying or
HIV.
not to, and that's part of it. It's since the gold rush, dude. People have been
the spirit of San Francisco, aka AIDS.
Yeah.
well, pooping in the street. That's a San Francisco pastime,
Yeah.
and people who never been here are gonna like listen to this podcast and judge us for pooping and stuff. And guess what?
If you yeah.
Maybe you should fucking try living in San Francisco, because you know what? Then you really might know what it's like.
Yeah.
Because then you really might know what it's like to have to shit.
Yeah, as soon as you move to San Francisco, you're shitting in the street. It's happening.
Mark Noyer moved to San Francisco.
And I immediately shit in the street.
And then he had to go and he took a shit in the street. And before you start to judge him, I want you to think about what it really might be like to be Mark Noyer. As in you really might know what it's like. As in you really might know what it's like. As in you really might know what it's like when you're on John Daly Boulevard and you took a dab and threw up and got something throw up on your beanie and you gotta wipe your ass with the fucking shorts that has your fucking last name on it and you got your shit rolls downhill, so you gotta do a 360 no scope and fucking take a shit in John Madden's hometown of Daly City.
That is his hometown. Yeah, he just died. Yeah, he just died. I almost said pancake. Meatloaf just died. What's that other fuck? The Louis Anderson just
Louis
died.
Anderson just
Yeah.
died. I love Louis Anderson. I grew up watching that man on. My dad used to have on VHS like all the best
Night at the Improv.
all the best stand-up performances on Johnny Carson. We used to watch that man, Louis Anderson.
Yeah, he was so young. He was like he was just such a young, he was a kid back then, on the Carson Daly. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You should check anybody listening to all three people listening to this, and those three people are us three.
Just a note to
yeah.
self.
Y'all got to check out Louis Anderson's "This Is Not Happening." He tells a story.
Yes.
He tells a story about his brother, the safecracker, and the FBI come to his house looking for his brother and shit. He has another one about his dad being hella drunk and going to the fucking Moose Lodge with his dad and fucking his dad drives drunk and they end up in a ravine and shit. Fucking beautiful stories, funny stories.
You ever seen Baskets?
I've seen a couple of episodes. That's
Yeah.
with Galifianakis.
Yeah, he fucking Louis plays Zach Galifianakis' mom in that show.
Yeah.
And my best friend, the guy I moved down there with, he didn't know who Louis Anderson was, so he thought the whole time because he just seen that show that was a woman who played that fucking character.
Yeah, I think Louis, he might have been gay or something.
He was,
shit.
yeah. Yeah, fucking Tom Rhodes like tried to Me Too him way back when. Tried to say that Louis had Me Too'd Tom Rhodes.
What does the verb Me Too mean? Does that mean
that means like you fucking
get Me Too'd?
Somebody and yeah.
If somebody gets Me Too'd, are they the victim or
yeah? But from my perspective, it was always like if I to be accused of a Me Too, like you're a Me Too.
I think it works. Both ways.
It does.
If you get falsely accused, you got Me Too'd.
Right. That's that. Now it goes all three ways.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of it like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, I remember I came up with like a Matt Quirk style joke, where it's like Johnny Depp got Me Too'd, but then they kind of like went back on it because that his girlfriend like. What was her name? Beard or whatever? I can't remember.
Amber Beard. Yeah.
Amber Beard?
Amber, yeah, something.
It turned out like she's kind of crazy and she like pooped in his bed and she did like a lot of things and like lied and
that's
stuff.
How you get hit.
And then Johnny Depp kind of got uncanceled. And then my Matt Quirk style joke was like, now everybody else is going to come out and say, #me neither. Or something. I don't know. It's another great joke from Luke.
Yeah, that was definitely
#me neither.
Yeah.
My vansition.
Yeah, #me as well.
Matt Q.
Yeah, Matty Q. What a guy. Yeah, I just saw him the other night. Monday, I was so fucking drunk. And everyone it's like when you stop doing drugs, people expect you, like when you say that you're clean from blow, right? When you say that to people, they just assume that you're clean from everything, and I don't get why that's true. I don't know why people think that way.
Well, that's because usually that's how it goes.
Yeah, they're fucking whack.
Yeah.
Well, and there's California sober, which is where you just smoke weed, and then there's, white sober, which is where you're not sober.
Yeah. Well, California sober is just when somebody from out of California comes here and then they get all fucked up on drugs, and then they're like, "Wait, I don't want to be this way. This isn't me. Mom, save me." Like. That, and then you get California sober where you're just drinking, which is what most people already are.
And then there's urban sober, which is like I be getting fucked up sometimes.
Yeah, I smoke a little crack from your time to time.
Yeah.
Yak only.
You ever smoke crack?
Yep.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Look at him.
Yeah.
What you mean, motherfucker?
Yeah, crack is whack.
Crack is pretty great.
Crack is a wacky good time.
Yeah.
It's just it's like cocaine, but it's just fucking streamlined.
Yeah.
And it's good shit.
I tried was MDMA. I tried that. I'd done it.
Try crack, kids.
Yeah. Smoke drugs. Yeah. I had tried MDMA at that house party in Hollywood, and I had never experienced that before. It's a lot like cocaine. Except I cried a lot the next 2 days.
MDMA?
Yeah.
Oh, Molly will turn you gay.
Well, I was already sucking dick before Molly will even,
Dude, I was getting adopted and shit.
Yeah.
Adopted?
Yeah, I was just like, it's a long story.
Incredible. Yeah, MDMA.
It's not a long story.
Go ahead then.
I was just, hanging out with some OGs and shit, Just telling them I love
gays.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're straight. I was like, you're like a father figure to me. And I sucked his dick.
Yeah.
We're not friends anymore.
Oh, fuck, father. Dad.
No, MDMA, you just get real lovey-dovey with everybody, You
Yeah.
You just like love everybody, want to hug everybody, and dance with everybody and shit.
Yeah.
But I was still attracted to women though.
I did Molly once in my life, and I was like, just kind of like, I was hanging out with a girl that I was like very casually seeing, like barely knew her, and you make your promises, you promise yourself. Luke just like hit me or something. I don't know.
Oh.
But like.
Yeah.
Before, like, I remember, like, in high school, like, before I got real drunk, I'd be like, all right. I was like, scared that I would, like, be gay or something. Like, all right.
Yeah.
I got to promise myself that I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do, and I take a Molly for the first time, like, less than a year ago. I was like, all right, I'm not going to embarrass myself. And then, like, I said everything.
Right.
I was like, I would like to, start a family with you and stuff. I was like, dude, I told myself not to do the...
The
do
gay
this.
shit. Yeah.
Like, I would love to like just marry you and picture my life with you. I was like, dude, I couldn't. You can't stop running your mouth sometimes, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, this chick in the 209 when I was in high school, she didn't want. We were gonna fuck. We were talking. We didn't do the whole deal, and we were phone sex. And afterwards, she was like, "Do you want to have kids?" And it was not even kind of at all. And she was like, "Oh, then I can't be with you." It's like, we're 15 years old. What are you talking about having kids for? Like, do you want to have kids? No, you don't want to have kids right now. You're in high school. You stupid bitch.
Well, she probably had kids like right after that.
I would imagine she was looking to get knocked up. It's like, what's wrong with people?
You always hear stories of like, somebody has a significant other who like suggests, who like, wants to have kids or whatever, and then they break it off, and then the next person she meets, like, they get married and have kids.
Yeah.
It's always how it works.
A lot of my ex-girlfriends, they like to be like, they want you to knock it. They like to play on the idea of you getting them pregnant. Like, get me pregnant.
It's a kink.
Yeah, it's
a kink amongst rural teenagers.
I'd say it's a kink among all living species.
Well, yeah, there's some inherent like thing to it, It's like the
women love getting pregnant. Females, that's all they do is get pregnant.
Yeah, women love to get pregnant.
Across the special spectrum.
Women love to get pregnant and be beat.
Female,
just beating the shit out of.
Dude,
they just
female
get off on
frogs love getting pregnant. Female, ducks, they get pregnant. Do ducks lay eggs though?
Yeah, but you got to get pregnant to lay an egg. That's not true.
Guess.
That's
I don't know
true.
how birds work.
No one does. No one does. I don't care what school you went to.
That's why they say it's for the birds.
Yeah,
they don't know
shit's for
what's
the
going
birds.
on.
They don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, birds are like dinosaurs. They're like.
Oh yeah, they had, didn't like T-Rex had feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes them look like so much more like a pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and also they're thinking
T-Rex
that
had feathers. I know he's fucking.
They're thinking that
afraid of
T-Rexes
you.
were actually dragons.
Well, they were dragon-esque for sure.
Yeah.
Apparently, I heard recently that like velociraptors are actually like this fucking tall. They weren't like fucking like in.
The
Park.
raptors, how they were
Yeah,
fucking big and
they're
they could open
actually
up
hella
doors
small.
and shit. They weren't even big enough to reach the doorknob.
Yeah, I slapped the
They
shit out
were.
of a
They were fucking hitting the
velociraptor.
handle. Like, what's going on? Right.
The biggest problem I had with Jurassic Park was
The lack of
these
nudity.
dinosaurs can't be opening these doors
Right. It's ridiculous.
with their little ass stupid ass hands.
I used to think that I could.
There was none of the dinosaurs were fucking. Dinosaurs also want to get pregnant.
Right. Right.
Dude, you know what dinosaurs I want to know about is like the dinosaurs that penguins evolved from.
Because those are birds.
Those probably looked cool,
Hey,
dude.
dinosaurs lay eggs, don't they?
Yeah.
Fucking birds, dude.
I'm telling you, it's for the birds. Yeah, they evolved from birds. It really, really is. I used to think that I could like beat up a bear. You know what I mean? Like I could, if I was go one-on-one with a bear, I used to think I could win.
I've beat up a couple bears in the Castro. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's why you're not allowed in the Castro anymore. So I used to think that I could like actually like have my way with a bear. If it was come down, like I think that I could. And then I got bit by a small puppy, and I don't want anything to do with a bear. I'm cool.
No,
I'm glad you learned your lesson.
You haven't seen The Revenant, bro?
Where he gets he rapes him, the bear rapes him or
Oh, he
whatever.
fucks him up. I don't know if he rapes him.
What was that movie where the dude gets raped by a
I
bear?
don't know if Leo was trying to get pregnant in that scene.
Yeah,
or
he
not,
gets
but-
raped by a bear in that.
Grizzly Man.
No, you can't get.
Oh, the Grizzly Man, they definitely got him pregnant.
Yeah, you watched that movie with Liam Neeson where he's like going against wolves, like a pack of wolves versus Liam Neeson, and he has like the little like single shot bottles of like alcohol that are made of glass. He like breaks them. He like does like a Wolverine claw, and he's like, against a fucking full grown alpha wolf. It's like the leader of the pack, and he's gonna kill this fucking wolf with his little fucking handmade claw. Get
It's
the fuck
it's
outta here.
Liam Neeson, bro.
Yeah, right.
Liam Neeson.
I don't know who you are. Yeah.
He's got a very special set of skills. Bro.
Right, he's gonna fuck up this wolf. Yeah, animals are crazy because they will eat they will just eat you. They'll just like I don't know if you watch
They'll eat you.
I don't know if you watch Rogan, but a lot of animals they start with your asshole. They'll just eat your asshole, and they just start from the inside because it's the most gushy, easy part to eat.
Is that what the Rogan podcast is about?
Yeah, it's about fucking animals eating your ass.
Animals are kinky, dude.
Oh fuck yeah, it's the animal kingdom. Oh fuck you, you'll get fucked.
He'll eat your ass.
Well, fucking.
He'll eat your ass to get you pregnant.
Welcome to the woods.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the fucking jungle, dude.
That song is the reason. Welcome to the Jungle is why I bought, or I asked for it for Christmas. Guitar Hero 3.
Hey, how about Welcome to the Bunghole?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the uncensored version. Well, I think we're getting close on time here.
Let's get down to business. Get out of here.
Let's. Is there any last words?
Anybody want to plug anything?
My ass.
I think
I want to plug my ass.
Mark's Noyer's ass. 8 o'clock tonight?
That's right. I'm gonna be. Luke is coming out. You can decide which one. Luke's coming out for the show in Turlock with Jennifer Garcia. Tomorrow night I'm with Pam Benjamin at Boozland, and then I'm gonna try to hit something else, probably Cobb's if it's going on. Friday I'm booked. Hopefully at Neck of the Woods. It hasn't been confirmed. Saturday I'm booked at Tiki. I'm booked at Pam Benjamin's Atlas show on Saturday as well, and then Sunday I'm gonna get my dick sucked, so I'm pretty booked that day too.
Right on. Sounds good.
Yeah,
Doing
yes.
it big. Me, let me see. I'm probably gonna go to open mic at Rob Ben's on Friday. It's popping. Marshawn Lynch is gonna be there. Probably not. Most likely not.
Is that with Bump Jesus?
No.
Cause I see you on their flyers and shit.
Bump Jesus. You can go. He's giving out COVID tests. That's what I will say. You can go get a COVID test at one of his shows. That's for sure. Come to Rob Ben's, man. I'm gonna go there on Friday and sign up for the open mic. And it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah. I have one more thing. I just want to give a shout out to Jasmine from OMG. I love you, and God bless. And I make sure if you're in San Francisco to go support OMG. So it's really has become a staple of the comedy circuit out here. Oh fuck.